Okay, here's the boss room, the last save. Unlike the first demo, this doesn't actually end the demo. You fight the boss, but then you can keep going, which is interesting. Now, this boss I, of course, also had a lot of trouble with early on. I believe I got like 20 deaths against him the first time I fought him, and about the same the second time, which was the last recording where I got 70 deaths. Here, though, another sloppy death on my part coming up really soon. Right there, I jump into that bullet instead of not jumping into it, and I had to start over. He has a pretty simple attack pattern. He does that. He shoots out those energy balls, either 3 at a time from straight across, or he shoots 1 into the air, which jumps down at you, a second into the air, jumps down at you, a third into the air, jumps down at you, then 2 at once. And in between those patterns, he'll spit 4 rocks at you that go in a straight line and then fall directly on top of you. They're all actually really simple to dodge, if you know what you're doing. But I don't know, it's all fast and stuff. So if you're like me and you aren't as good at video games as you used to be, you might not be fast enough to dodge them all. And also, if you fall into either of those holes on anything but the 3 energy shots straight across, that's me celebrating, you'll pretty much, you're gonna get hit by something, especially the rocks. If you fall into the hole when he's spitting the rocks at you, you're done. It's not very likely to get out of the hole and dodge all the rocks before that happens. So I go beating the boss, and I go into this room. You can't climb that because you don't have that. I don't remember what the item was called, but you can't get it in the demo. If you notice at the top right, the first boss icon is marked off, and here I go completely forgetting how that room worked. It's actually a pretty simple one. This is actually when the difficulty legitimately goes up. And the annoying thing is, if you notice, between that checkpoint and this room, you have to go through 6 completely empty screens. And if you're like me and die a lot here, that gets annoying. This is cheap. That guy at the top, he's supposed to throw I think they're miners throwing pickaxes, kind of like in Mega Man 1. He's supposed to throw it to the right through that tiny crevice with the conveyor belt going to the left. So you have to time it right so that you're running just far enough ahead of it not to get hit. But if you jump down into that block underneath him and you're not far enough to the right, he'll face left, and when he throws it, he'll immediately hit the wall next to him, and basically he just drops it down right on top of your head, which is kind of a cheap death, honestly. This room is tricky if you have to get the timing right, and I believe I died here like 4 times. Also on the top of the screen is the little thing that says TP:A-. I'm honestly not sure what that is. I believe during the intro stage it was just TP-. I don't know what that does. Maybe marks off the section you're in? I don't really know. It never changes during the demo, I know that. Besides during the intro stage and the main part. That, I actually would have made it, but at the end there, that time, I tried to move to the right too fast, and I just slowed down and went right into the orange ball and died. So during that section, you just have to hold left, run face first into the wall, and drop. Otherwise, you're likely to slow yourself down too much and get killed by the ball anyway. It's kind of an annoying little part. I'm pretty sure I get it this time. I hate those pair guys that jump up straight from under you. There's the part coming up that's kind of difficult, except I only actually died once, which you'll see here, of course. There I go, get the timing right. And up there, I don't know what's up there, but every time I go past it, it inspires me to open the map. I show off this thing, there's no messages in the demo, and then I show the map. which looks a lot like Super Metroid's map. The little S's mark off the save points. The letters are the teleporter rooms. I think there might have been a marking for the boss as well. Right there, I moved too fast, and I ran into his weapon from behind, which was bad on my part. But it happens. Going through a bunch of empty screens. In this room that's easy, but it takes a little while because we have to kill those two guys, and they take 6 hits each. And also, if they're throwing their pickaxe, it will actually deflect your bullets on you. So you can hit them twice. Well, you can hit them 3 times if you're level with them, but if you're level with them, they're gonna hit you with the pickaxe, so you don't want to do that. Jump up, shoot them twice. Wait, jump up, shoot them twice. I think this is where I get killed by the little pear guy. Yeah, it's the first time I've been killed in that room. And the last, as of this recording. Go me. Shame you once, you know. Nothing to talk about. Well, I'm playing the game on on a emulator. Obviously, it's the downloadable demo, legit demo. It's from the guy, Sevek. Playing it on, I believe the emulator is called Virtua NES, which I don't know if it's the best NES emulator, if it's a bad NES emulator. It's the one I use. It served me well, and I discovered that it does in fact allow me to record gameplay footage as an actual usable file type, and so I'm doing this. So that's cool. I'm learning as I go. I'm playing it with an actual controller right there. I had to go back, and I went back, and that glass block respawned. That was actually a tricky jump I did there. I could have very easily just gotten killed right there. Yeah. Right here, for some reason, I went back and shot. I don't know why I did that. I'm playing with a PlayStation 3 controller plugged in with a USB cable. I downloaded a program that lets me use it as a gamepad on PC. This room, it's another dead end for the demo. I'm guessing you need both the feather fall and the double jump to get across that crevice. Oh, this room I die a shit ton on. At least I did last time. This room is the reason I had 70 deaths instead of like 30. It's a lot harder than it looks. I don't know. What was I saying? Controller, PS3, blah 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 blah. Not using save states. In fact, trying to use save states just to take a break, because I figured I'd have to make this video into multiple parts anyway. I figured I'd cut it off at like the certain save points, and I'll throw up a save state so that I don't lose the data. I don't know. It may or may not have been the reason I wasn't able to convert the video right. I don't really know. I'm just kind of assuming that's the problem. So this time I played it through all in one sitting. I'm gonna have to cut it up. Hopefully that works out. I didn't bother leaving a real break in the audio but you know, hopefully I'll be able to find a long enough awkward pause. I'm sure I have a lot of those in here to cut it up. This is possibly the last checkpoint. This is the second teleporter room. Like I said earlier, it's no use in the demo, but I could go back to the first room using it. I don't bother though. Now this part is underwater, and this is where you can really notice that the jump mechanics are basically straight out of Mega Man. You can already notice that when you jump, Mega Man has, I don't know if you want to call it, like infinite momentum. You don't need a running start. If you jump from a standing position and hold left, you will move all the way left as though you were running and jumping. Mega Man doesn't care, and neither does this game. And also, when you're underwater, if you hold the jump button, you can jump really, really high, which is how you get across this room. You would not be able to get across this without the double jump, probably the feather fall too. But the underwater section is pretty short. That was it. In fact, we're pretty much done. This screen is pretty easy. Shoot this guy. Shoot across. Now this looks like it would be kind of tricky, but it's not. Just wait for them to shoot and then just run. I go up here. This is the final area you can't actually go to. And then you finish the demo by jumping down this giant pit. And a little thing comes up. And that is it. Yeah. That must have been super exciting, am I right? No? Okay then. I'm gonna let you go. Probably link to Cooper's video some more. He's up to part 2 now. And I'm gonna try to get him to post this as a video response on that video. And maybe even get him to watch them both. I think he may have not watched them because he doesn't want to spoil himself. I don't know, it's just a demo, but whatever. I am ahead of him still in the first game. He's only up to near the 3rd checkpoint, but I'm pretty sure he recorded them at least a few days prior to uploading them anyway, so it doesn't matter. Goodbye.